okay, this is the thing. This the thing about it now. Everybody blaming the coach from Evergreen Park. Now, don't get me wrong. He is sore loser. First off, the coach from Evergreen Park being a sore loser is Jackie Robinson's fault. It's their fault because now Evergreen.
Are you trying to say that because they whipped their ass so bad?
This is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Evergreen Park is like the second best team in the state next to Jackie Robinson. What they right there neck and neck. It's like this year Evergreen Park might beat Jackie Robinson. Next year Jackie Robinson might beat them, but they right there. Last year they beat Jackie Robinson 45-3 in a 4-inning game. You understand what I'm saying? So now, and I'm not exaggerating. This ain't almost 45. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, just throwing out big numbers to show you how bad they beat. No. 45-3 in a 4-inning game. So of course,
I thought Jackie Robinson did that to them.
Yes, Jackie Robinson is what they did to Evergreen. Mm-hmm. So now of course, you know what I'm saying, dude is on that, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They got all styles over here, whatever. He didn't complain right there. He complained. He said, hey, I don't think something's right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to check them out. He left it alone.
Why wait till after they win, though?
He waited after they beat his team ass. You know what I'm saying? When he got whooped 45-3, that's what he said. He left it alone. Do you know why, when he brought it back up? He brought it back up because what happened is, Rahm Emanuel come out, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, Jackie Robinson West, that's our Chicago team. They won the championship for us. They our team. Once he did that, everybody from the suburbs who got a kid on that team come out and said, hey, this kid stay in our neighborhood and go to our school, you know what I'm saying? So we should have some accolades in that too. The dude in South Holland threw 2 kids on the news saying, yeah, these 2 kids here, now these is black people doing this here. Yeah, these 2 kids go to our school and they stay in our neighborhood. They
so wait, you trying to tell me that these niggas told on themselves?
They told her. The kids didn't tell
That's
them.
What I mean.
These all the other adults, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even the parents. This is like the principal at this school throw the kid up. Oh, yeah, this school here, Joshua Houston, he goes to our school, and he was on Jackie Robinson. He went to the World Series. The dude over in South Holland threw the 2 kids over there and threw another kid name in there. These 2 kids, yeah, they in our district, and they went to our school, and they played for Jackie Robinson. After they came out and did that, the dude from Evergreen come back out and said,
I told y'all something was wrong.
I told y'all something was wrong. That he crossed the boundary lines with all this here.
But here's my question.
Go ahead.
Should that matter? Should it matter that these kids is in different districts? Does it take away from what they did? You see what I'm saying? Like, regardless of where these kids from, they played their ass off. And what kind of heartless monster goes and takes something from a child? These are children they just stripped this championship from.
This is the racist part of this.
And I was wondering, hold on, before you go into all that race stuff, okay, how does this play into race? Because you know a lot of people going to ask, because they're going to say, y'all niggas always throwing a race card.
This is the racist part of it. The part that comes into race is the fact of the matter is, no matter how you want to slice it and how you want to say it, black people are naturally more talented than white people.
Are you speaking athletically?
Athletically.
Okay.
Athletically. We're naturally more athletic. Now, white people are catching up. Now, don't get me wrong. Got some white kids, these boys, speed camps and everything.
Michael Phelps.
But on the whole, the thing about most naturally talented black kids, a lot of them now we are spread out when it comes to the particular sport of baseball. You don't have a lot of inner city youth who are into baseball.
But it's because this is
basketball,
not, and this is not
football,
and this is not the early '60s anymore, or '70s.
Well, but if you look at, ain't no white people playing baseball either.
It's all Dominicans.
Whoa, boy, slow down. All the white kids playing baseball.
Hell nah, man.
But look at the professionals.
Look at the MLB.
I'm not. But see, guess what? They can't make it to that. I'm talking about we going Little League. That's why I'm saying that's why this is where the racism comes in. Okay. Because in Little League, you know what I'm saying, that's all the white kids are doing because guess what? The white kids can't compete with you on the basketball court. Yeah. Most of the little white kids really can't compete with you on the football field, you know what I'm saying? Now, they still playing football, you know what I'm saying, because, you know what I'm saying, they have a chance to compete as long as they do what they told and watch the fundamentals. Most of the time, I don't care what fundamentally you do, they're not going to compete with you on the basketball court. So now what Little League has done is there is a strict rule in Little League that is you have to stay in the district that you play for. So if you stay in Dalton, you can't play Little League. And if Lansing has a Little League team and Dalton has a Little League team, you cannot leave Dalton and play for Lansing. You can't cross that border.
But check this out, though.
For the Little League World Series. Mm-hmm. Now, for just the, let's see, what Jackie Robinson West did was not illegal for their
organization. Hold on. But see, this is what I was about to say. Because in the rules, if you guys check out my Facebook page, Daniel A. Jones at Facebook.com, you'll see I posted the rules up, and one of the rules specifically says that you can change the borders before a specific time. But you have to put that in. You can expand your borders, or you can shorten your borders. So you can give you a chance to get the players that you want. But you have to put it in at a specific time. Before you get your players now.
But you cannot do that for the World Series, Little League World Series. You cannot change your borders. They changed it. Because what happens with all the little organizations, what happens is if our season ends earlier than this season ends, or we're going to a different tournament, we can expand our borders to get other kids in for different little tournaments. That does not apply to the Little League World Series. When it comes to the Little League World Series, you have to use your original zoning map, the one from the beginning. And the thing is, so like say, Jackie Robinson West is located in Chicago. There is no way their borders encompass South Holland.
Well, true.
I don't care what they do with their map. Their borders don't encompass South Holland. And the thing is now that the issue they had is those people were coming with documentation saying that they stayed in the area of that. And that's what the problem is right now. The problem is not really that, okay, the kids stayed in South Holland and we had a South Holland address for them. The problem is the kid stayed in South Holland and you told us he stayed on 95th and Eggleston.
Now, but where does the racism fall into this part?
The racism to me is the fact of the matter is the Little League on a whole, because how they have it set up is so most of the younger black kids can't compete, so that Evergreen Park doesn't get beat 45-3, because they know most of the kids, when you come to with black kids in baseball, they're not staying in the same neighborhood. You might have 2 or 3 kids who are good at baseball in this neighborhood, but guess what? Them other 4 or 5, they're not in that same neighborhood, so we don't have to worry about that super team being built.
Where is racism at, though?
You didn't understand what I said.
I didn't hear the racism part.
He explained it to you. You can't build a super team with all these black kids. He just said, okay, in this neighborhood, there's 2 good black kids in this neighborhood. They're only in this zone, so guess what? They can only play for Jackie Robinson. These other 5 kids, they spread out. They can't play against Evergreen or whatever other white teams in the neighborhood. You can't condense those 7 kids on that one team to play all these white teams.
So it's segregation in the sense of racism.
It's like reverse Mount Carmel, like Mount Carmel football team. What Mount Carmel does is beat everybody by going out and
recruiting pretty much
everybody. Mount Carmel, if you go to a Mount Carmel game, there are 150 kids on the sideline, and 120 of those kids can start for another team. Out of that 150 kids that's on the sideline, 22 of them are going to play, period. There's other ones that are just going to sit on the side, but what Mount Carmel does is they recruit every top kid in grammar school, because we're going to beat you by not allowing you to field a good enough team to beat us. We don't care if these kids don't get on the field. And however they get to college, they're going to get the looks because they're on Mount Carmel, but they might not be able to get a really good scholarship or whatever, because we're not going to put them on the field. We just got them over here so you can't get them and you can't compete with us. It's the same thought that, okay, this is what we're going to do in Little League, where we're going to make the border where we're not going to make your borders for you. You can say whatever your border is, but what our rules say is this here. You and Dalton, y'all right next to each other. We got Dalton and Riverdale, right? They right next to each other.
Exactly.
You stay in Dalton, he stays in Riverdale. Both of y'all have a team, you know what I'm saying? But he want to play with you because you stay in Dalton because y'all friends. And both of y'all are excellent players. No, we're not going to have y'all 2 excellent players on the same team. Hell no. Y'all got to play against each other because there is a league in there. Now, y'all don't even have to play in the same conference. But Little League rules stipulate that if there's a league over there, he has to play in his district.
So, with you saying all that, and I'm hearing all this, because it sounds like segregation to me.
Okay.
And even beyond that.
Hold on. And with this, so with that being said, what do you say about the last few teams that have been winning of the last almost 10 years have been from Spanish or Asian countries? What do you say about that?
Their rules don't apply to ours.
But they're all a part of the international Little League. They all a part. They have to adhere to the rules. Now I know what happened in 92 with the Filipino team.
That was New York.
No, 2001 was New York.
Yeah, we talking about the kid who was older.
That was in New York though in 2001. But they had the Filipino team. The whole Filipino team in 92 beat everybody and won the championship.
If you look at them Chinese kids that beat Jackie Robinson in the World Series, all them little niggas look like they were 16, 17.
Yeah, they were tall.
And then you got to realize that they don't have as many. They don't have townships like we got over there.
Well, I understand Japan is a number of islands.
What I'm saying is they don't have to see. When you say they adhere to the same rules, right? Mm-hmm. Over here we got Dalton, Lance, and South Holland right next to each other. So we got a kid in each one. They all can't play on the same team because they in different townships. Is right there.
But Japan is based in islands. It's islands. So, but you still have to understand it. If they got it's islands, and we are like it's just town borders that separate us. So But it's still the rules. If you can't play from this, you got to be in this aisle. But it got to be like this. You got to be in this island. You can't get from that island.
Rules though.
But this is the international rules.
No. But see, the rules say the Little League rules say that if there's a Little League team in your township, you have to play for that township.
As far as we know, it could be one Little League team now.
They got one Little League team over there. Team Japan.
Come on, it's Japan. I know it's more than one.
We not there, so we can't say.
Team Japan.
Hey, in this age of Google and Google travel through maps on the internet, your ass can find a way.
Even beyond all that, do you believe that it is fair to punish the children for the actions of the adults around them?
I'm going to say one or two words. Hell no. Them boys went out there and did what they were supposed to do. They went out there and worked their ass off and played.
Even better than that, what is the message that it sends to those children in Jackie Robinson?
I don't think the kids should have been punished. I think the Jackie Robinson League should have been punished. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I'm not up in arms about it is because those kids don't get that accolade anyway. I mean, just because you took the title, I got the quotation marks in the area. Just because you took the title from them, I mean, they still the champs. They still know what they did. They don't get that trophy anyway. Okay, it's not like each one of them got their own trophy. They didn't get no certificate. You can't take the fact that they met the president. But
No,
you're gonna
you
take
can't.
that memory
As
from
a
them.
13-year-old kid, though, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, there are some of them 13-year-old kids that feel the same way you do. But there's also 13-year-old kids that's probably like, what the fuck? We did all that for nothing.
Yeah.
What is that? What does that do to a kid's psyche? You know what I mean? Moving forward, even if you say, okay, now what do we do when we play for Jackie Robinson next year?
They had a doctor
Guess what?
actually
They
get on
won't be
TV
playing
and
for
say
Jackie Robinson next year.
But you know what? They actually had like a psychiatrist on TV. You know, you always got to put out psychiatrists and say it's gonna mess up everything.
I'm pretty sure that can fuck with a kid though.
And he said some of these kids, it could be a traumatic experience because it's like we did everything that we were told to do by our adults.
Exactly.
We did everything we were supposed to do. We went out there and it was a game. We had
and I'm
fun
gonna tell you,
and we
Shorty
played.
was on the news looking pitiful.
You know when I seen that? You know, I was
That
thinking
dude.
about. Remember that joke that Eddie Griffin had about the family that had all the wives, and they was like, "We want our kids back." And how he was looking up there at the press conference. That's what I was thinking about. Like, we just want our trophy. We did what we were supposed to do.
I think what I do, like I said, I coach football. Y'all don't know I coach Pee Wee football for the Dalton Bears.
He be cheating too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We get accused of cheating. We've been cheated. I mean, I've seen times whereas I know that they put kids that shouldn't have been on the team to play against us. And all you can do is teach the kids. Not just tell them life ain't fair. You're gonna come up against some stuff that you don't think should have happened to you, and some things that were wrong, and life is just not fair. You just gotta suck that up and move on. Especially in this situation, whereas they're young black men anyway. You already got that strike against you in the beginning, so we got to suck that up and move on. Simple as that. I don't know. I don't think it's fair, but us sitting here saying, "Oh, it wasn't fair to take that from them," that's not gonna help them out either. What is gonna teach them to sit around and cry and pity themselves forever? That hell no. You pick yourself and keep moving. Y'all know they know that they did a great job in that self. You know what I'm saying? And they know that they kicked ass when it come down to it at the end of the day. So no matter what anybody else says, what anybody tries to take, they did everything they can do. Now we have to look to the adults who put them in that situation anyway.
How are they being reprimanded?
They fired. They gone.
Yeah, the whole league is suspended until
From
they
the
get
coach
rid.
down?
From the coach
The
down.
coach is gone. The
Yeah.
head of the league is gone. Yeah, they gone.
Oh wow, I didn't know
They're
that.
suspended right now. And speaking of that, a friend of mine knows the coaches and stuff. We go to church with them, and you know I made a joke about it. I said, I guess they ain't gonna be in church Sunday when y'all get there. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe that was wrong, but I just felt like that because everybody gonna have that look on you like you the devil coming into church.
You know what? That's wrong. No, they're not. No, they're not. When that guy shows up at church, I mean, black people get behind some of the wrong things. And what's going to happen is the black people are going to get behind him like they didn't do anything wrong.
We ain't help Bill Cosby.
Like they the ones that being right.
Oh shit.
We ain't get behind Bill Cosby.
But guess
but
what?
that's another topic.
We didn't get behind Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby already had money and it wasn't a glamour story. And you still got some people who are behind Bill Cosby.
I tell you, I was just saying, I support Bill Cosby.
Look.
This is my thing with Bill Cosby, not to veer away from the Jackie Robinson kids, you know. But this is my thing with Bill Cosby. I don't believe that he should have had everything taken away from him from an accusation. Nothing was proven. These cases is coming up from 60 years ago.
Hey, I got something to say. Keep talking, bro.
You know what I'm saying? These 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 30 years ago. Why is his life being? He's at the end of his life right now. Let's be real. Yeah. Bill Cosby ain't got that much time left. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on, don't play God now.
I don't want to play God.
Bill Cosby might live forever. You don't know what the hell was in them pudding pops.
None of us are living forever. Let's just be clear. And Bill Cosby, don't get me wrong, he had an excellent life. Bill Cosby didn't deal a lot.
All I'm saying,
and he was on his way to keep. He was on his way to building. Bill Cosby was, for all purposes, America's dad. Everybody loved Bill Cosby. And in a matter of what, a joke from a comedian.
That don't nobody really too much know about.
Upside down. And these are accusations. Nothing has ever been proven. He's been taken to court for this too once. And it was settled. Mm-hmm. It was settled. Nothing was proven though. He's never been found guilty of rape. No. This is my thing. America gets behind a convicted rapist and Mike Tyson. Everybody loves Mike Tyson. Everybody follows Mike Tyson to the end of the world. Nobody gives a damn about the fact that he served 3 years for rape. Bill Cosby was accused by bitches that it don't even add up. It don't even add up. Some of these women, you look at them and you be like, bitch, you on here just for the fame. Bill Cosby had more hoes come out on him than Tiger Woods.
yeah.
Woody Allen was.
But look,
Woody Allen sexually assaulted his daughter and
he's still parading around.
And no. That's the one he married. He was sexually assaulting the other one. The younger one.
And America loves Woody Allen. You can't say nothing wrong about Woody Allen. But they took Bill Cosby and they took that nigga life away. Only people in Bill Cosby family, on his side is his family. And random black people like us.
Random black people.
And then,
listen, Felicia Rashad, because she's like, it ain't about. She said it ain't about. You know what she got to say? It ain't about those other hoes. it's about his legacy. And he told y'all niggas keep your pants up.
But guess what? You're probably taking it in his stride. Because what he tell a girl with that drink?
You might not
want to leave your drink around me.
Listen, you know what? That right there was what let black people know Bill Cosby was innocent.
But you know what? I got an interesting theory about this. I got a real interesting theory. This is my thing about it. Now, everybody knows that Bill Cosby is best friends with Hugh Hefner.
Right.
He spent a lot of time at the Playboy Club when it was in Chicago. And he's been around, for lack of a better term, a nice amount of hoes. Also, we do know that he had that outside baby on Camille. That girl.
Is that the one that came out and defended him?
No, that's Camille's daughter. That's his daughter with Camille.
Okay.
That's his daughter with Camille. He had a baby in between that girl and Emmis. Rest in peace. Now, this is my theory. First off, that lady in the 60s, I don't believe it. I don't care how powerful he was as a black man. What 19-year-old white girl gonna not yell rape with a big black man and did it to me in the 60s because you Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby didn't come into his prominence like we know Bill Cosby until he was pushing them damn pudding pops and he was telling Theo to get off his ass and study. Now I love Bill Cosby. I love his comedy. Yes, he was big in comedy. I Spy. He was one of the first black prominent comedians to go out there and make something. But this is my theory. I believe that Bill Cosby didn't touch none of them hoes in a bad manner. I do believe that Bill Cosby is a nigga. And I do believe that Bill Cosby may have had sex with some of these women. And Bill Cosby looked like the guy that's like this. Bitch, I'm Bill Cosby. I ain't got to pay you for nothing. I'm going to send your ass to the cab. You had a good time. Peace. And these hoes got upset.
Bill Cosby was sending bitches to Uber. He was Ubering hoes.
He was Ubering, straight Ubering. And he had his boy, had the cab, send this bitch home, give her a couple of dollars. That's what I feel.
This is my thing.
And I'm saying, but he looked like one of them Hollywood powerful men. Like, I got my girl, bitch, I don't owe you nothing.
I feel along those lines, but I do feel like, I want to cite Charlemagne. I do feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe he actually raped any of these girls, but I do believe he was selling them drinks. I do believe that out of the 80 women that then came out,
I believe it too.
He hit about 12.
Listen, you're gonna be the niece's best friend.
I think, but the thing about it was, I don't think he did any of it when they was against any of their will. I think what he did was he man fucked them. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna get you on an episode of the Cosby.
What about your wife?
Yeah, we gonna get you on the spinoff. We gonna send you to Hillman. You know what I mean? We gonna get you right. You know.
I'm like his daughter. You gonna tell me that he drugged your ass?
Speaking about Beverly.
All these big.
But Beverly was
story that
right.
But Beverly was the only one that said he didn't rape me. She just said I called him a bunch of motherfuckers.
Well, no.
But then she said I told the cab to take me home, but then I don't know how I got home.
I don't know. I got home. You've been drugged. You can't remember that, but you can remember everything about how he did this to you and how you got there and all that.
But you hear about the last chick talking about when he drugged me? We was watching samurai movies. I was seeing samurai movies and all that stuff.
I heard one of these hoes said he drugged her. She woke up and she was wet because he licked all over her.
Was she chocolate? Was she a chocolate?
I think she was white. She said she woke up, no bullshit. She said she woke up and she was moist all over because he didn't lick all over her body.
Did he have on that robe?
Didn't have sex with her. All he did was lick her.
And she kept waking up and seeing it.
Everybody that told this story, he didn't woke up with a coffee mug and a robe on.
And like you got to think about it, like everybody got the same. He just doing this like.
And why is he giving these hoes what was he giving them, cappuccino?
Cappuccino.
Why is he giving them cappuccino? What is this about?
You know, the conspiracy theorists say that the reason that this is coming out on him is because of the fact, he was trying to start a network.
Right.
The first time it came out is because he was trying to buy NBC.
It was Viacom.
No, it was NBC. It was NBC.
And
they were struggling too.
NBC told him at that time that he couldn't buy him, and then unless he had to have, I think it was $1 million. He went and made the $1 million to come back, and then that's when the first allegations about for him raping somebody came out.
That college student, right?
Whoever the first guy was that he settled with,
he
left it alone. It went away. Now, when this one come out, what they saying that he was going to start a network. He needed $100 million to start the network. He got the $100 million. All his allegations come out, and the lawyers are saying it's going from $100 million just go away.
But Bill Cosby worth $600 million.
Yeah, but I don't know if he could put his money into or whatever it is. I'm just saying
he had to have a group of investors because it's a
but
I think NBC is traded, is publicly traded, so you have to have a group of investors and collateral before you can buy a big one, and that's an old network. And that's an old network. That's a lot of red tape that you got to go through there.
It went for NBC was only going for $100 million.
And
This was years and years ago.
Okay.
The very first time.
Right now is the fact they're saying because he was trying to start his own network, like the old network.
Right.
And Magic Johnson got Aspire and all
real,
that. So.
You know what I'm saying? But Bill Cosby is...
That's another nigga that I'm really starting to believe is a coon. I'm really starting to fall less and less behind Magic. I'm not really rocking with Magic right now.
Go on, we're going to get into that. Finish Bill Cosby.
Not just the Lakers shit, but a lot of shit that he been doing been real suspect. Ever since that Donald Sterling shit, he been real coonish, if you ask me. I mean, like, he been real in his film. Him and Charles. Charles been a real coon lately, too, especially with all the I can't breathe. Black people shit. And I'm not with that. I ain't with that. Them two niggas right there, I ain't really following.
But you should have known Charles was on some bullshit when he brought us that bullshit ass game, Shut Up and Jam, back in '92, man, on the Sega Genesis.
Shut Up and Jam was a good ass game.
That was some bullshit.
Give me the damn ball. That was my shit, man.
You know they turned that into a whole RPG where Michael Jordan is the bad guy. They got like it's supposed to be Space Jam Part 2. I got the game where you Charles Barkley going through space, playing all the basketball players, beating up Matumbo, and then Bill Cosby. I mean, I said Bill Cosby. Going back to him. But Michael Jordan is the bad guy. He making Bugs Bunny do all this stuff.
Man, but to get back to Bill, man, I think what they doing to Bill is dead ass wrong. At the end of the day, I think over accusations. If it comes out and he did that, he deserved everything that happened to him.
But he mad at you know what else he mad at? He's like, why the rest of y'all? Why y'all ain't following me? And the young people are saying this. He's like, Bill, reason we not following you is because you talk down to us. But listen now. I understand their point. But no, listen. Just listen. They're saying that he didn't embrace the hip hop generation. All he did was nag. And I see from a young person perspective, I can see them thinking that because we were young and we used to think older people just nag. But me being as a parent, being an older person now, he comes from a different generation where the shit that y'all doing, he don't understand.
I think
but he trying to make you stand up and be more potential what you can be, other than just settling for shit.
I was gonna say, I think what basically happened is, if this is a conspiracy against Bill Cosby, and like these allegations are totally false, I think what didn't happen is exactly what they wanted to happen. Because for the fact of the matter is, Bill Cosby was, I don't want to say he was against the new hip hop, because you can't just say the hip hop community, because once you get into that, there's two different types of hip hop community.
If you're talking about the new hip hop,
and the new hip hop with the pants down around your ankles, you know what I'm saying, with the young thug who you can't hear nothing, that you can't really understand the rap, the different lyrics and things. That's a new hip hop. He was more so on the vein of being against that and trying to get things back into dressing properly, I guess, for lack of better phrases and things.
Well, I mean, if you go back and look at the motherfucking only rapper that ever dressed to Bill Cosby standards was probably Big Daddy Kane.
Well, what I'm saying is, in that same thing, the people who were actually on his side with that are the ones who turned their back on him as soon as it happened. Because my thing about that is, he shouldn't be looking to...
Look at Nikki Giovanni, but she was always off of him.
But I'm saying, but he shouldn't be looking to the ones who he was fussing at for their support.
But that's what he went out and looked for, like the young.
I didn't have your support in the beginning. The thing is, I think what actually hurt more is the fact of the matter is, like, you were supporting him already. But then when this allegation came out, it wasn't the fact that you even tried to see if it was true or not. Like, as soon as this woman said it, you are the ones who were supposed to be his core group,
but
instinctively turned their back on him.
But do you blame the people? Do you blame the way the society is set up? When you first hear rape, what's the first thing you like? And it's the bad part about it. Even everybody is guilty.
You want my real?
Hold on, I want you. But everybody
gonna listen to the show. Right?
Everybody is guilty of this. You think in your head like, damn, could he have done it? That's the first you think, could he or could she have done it? But then, even though you be like, hold on, man, that's Bill Cosby. He gave us Coochie sweaters.
When the first allegation came out, it was that could he have done it? But when it jumped from 1 to 5
that's
to
when
10
you think about
in 3 days, now it's like, come on. I don't give it. Honestly, that what if went out the window right after that 4th or 5th allegation.
But then what do you tell to
now
the
I
rape
don't
coach
believe he did any of that.
What do you tell the people to say you don't want to get all into that rape coach because it's a iffy subject?
And
we know hoes lie.
You know what I say to them? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. I mean,
that's a strong statement.
That's how. I'm sorry. I'm real touchy about that. When you say that that's an iffy subject and everybody got their feelings.
But it's the truth, though. It is.
And I understand it's the truth. Fuck you. The rape culture, the gay culture, all y'all. Because, I mean, why I got to handle you with kid gloves? You don't handle me with kid gloves. You can say the fuck you want to say about me, you know what I'm saying? I talk about
true. That's not true.
What's not true?
We are handled with kid gloves.
Who? Who?
We as black people.
No.
Because, listen, when I tell you this, okay, talk about homosexual people. You can say whatever you want to say as long as you don't call them the F word. Right or wrong?
Hell no, you can't.
What else can't you say about homosexual people?
You damn near can't say they homosexual.
Not true, man. That's not true.
You can't even say. You know what? I was watching the theory.
I'm not buying that.
I was watching. George Takei. Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this thing with him. And you know how people say that's a lifestyle. He's like, no, it's not a lifestyle. This is who I am. You can't even say that's a lifestyle.
But that's not offensive. That's not considered.
He considered that. I was looking at him going the thing.
It's a case by case thing. It just we hit the same way. You can say whatever you want to say about a black person, but guess what? You can't call me a nigga. If you call me a nigga every time Dick and Harry gonna be upset with you. It don't matter. If every culture, white people are actually the ones that they don't get away with nothing.
I agree with that also. But the thing about that, well, guess what? It's not the fact of saying if you call me a nigga. The thing about it, that's dealing with older black people who don't want you to call them no. You can't call a white person. They don't want to hear the word nigga.
I don't think it's just them. It's not just them.
Who else is it?
It's us.
I don't want you calling
You're not gonna let no white person call you a nigga. It's not gonna happen.
You know what? That with me, I'm a different beast. My thing about that is, it's not in the word. It's how the word came out.
I don't care how it came out.
I do how it came. I care how it came out. I care because they could say my name, and if it's said in a malicious way, I'm ready to knock your motherfucking ass out.
Yeah, that's black, white, or indifferent. If a black person say Lavelle, if a white person say Lavelle, it's the same shit.
No, with me and not with me. If a black person say Lavelle, it's more so gonna go to that. Damn, motherfucker, what's up? You said my name like you want to fight or something, right?
It's the same shit though.
But if a white person says, it's like, what the fuck is what you was calling my name for? You
know what?
You get a little more up in arms. You know what I'm saying? And that's that race thing.
Just don't call me the 3 names that white people tend to call people.
Boy,
know what your name is? James, Leroy, and Hakeem.
I don't get none of that.
Don't call me that when you don't know my name.
But you know what?
That's the stereotypical black name.
I'm dark and I look mean, so white people try to be extra nice to me. It's like,
you are kind of mean though.
I'm not mean at all.
Mean, I don't think is the word to describe this dude. It's not the word to describe this dude.
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Oh, you very sarcastic.
But you know what? Even further than that,
I
would go.
Just don't give a fuck.
Not even that. Honestly, what people misconstrue for being rude, even myself, as much as I call my man rude, it's not being rude. It's just being real. When you see something and you speak on it, people going to say, like, if I see you and I be like, your haircut fucked up. Them my exact words. People going to be like, that was rude. But it's the truth. Your haircut fucked up. Not saying haircut fucked up.
But I mean, we know how each other is. So we
but even still though, even if I'm talking to a stranger, you see a nigga on the street, you like, damn, my nigga, what the fuck happened to your leg? This nigga in a wheelchair. First thing people gonna think is that was rude as hell. Why would you ask him that? Because he was here in a wheelchair.
You know, I wouldn't.
But in your mind, what you gonna, what everybody else around you is gonna be thinking, damn, that nigga leg fucked up.
But that goes back to the thing with rape and Bill Cosby. Like, man, did he do it or? Because you're gonna think that that little bit of a possibility that you could think that he could have done it, it's going to be there because the moment you hear rape in somebody, that seed is already planted. Regardless if you want to believe it or not.
I never thought
it's an inkling of you like, damn, could he have done it? Now, when all that extra stuff coming into play,
but you know what?
That's a different thing.
You know why I can say, you know why I probably never thought.
Everything has a seed of doubt in it.
You know why I never had that thought of if he could have done it? Because I didn't give a fuck. I mean, it was one of the things where, like, I heard, okay,
it's like when Young Thug come out with
I didn't care. It's like I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Because first off, it was like 30, 40 years ago, so my thing was, and I mean, this is not to be insensitive to people who have been raped, but my thing was, if that happened 30 years ago, then you should have told me something 30 years ago. He 97 and a half years old. You know what I'm saying? He got 3 days left before we check up out of here. What's the purpose of you telling me?
Y'all keep trying to kill him, man.
You ain't seen that nigga eye? He like he had a motherfucking stroke.
I would
too. Like that. Remember this was
like Bobby Brown. Like, that's the power. That's all.
I just pop up at the Bill Cosby shit, busting out, boy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so with that, it's just the fact that I didn't really care. So I never thought about, if he could do it. The only time I started thinking about it when it was like 30 people in a week. I'm like, damn, come on, y'all. How the fuck? Ain't nobody can rape 30 people.
What they call it?
And not know about it.
Hey, y'all know the R&B divas, and they had Countess Vaughn on there, right? Old girl from
I know Countess Vaughn.
Yeah, you know, from Kim from the Parkers, and everybody be doing the memes. And on the show, she had a look, but she was looking like a little crazy, and they had a meme on there that said, Bill Cosby raped me just a little bit. It was like the Rape of the Week club. I don't understand. Like, everybody came out. I was like, man, I hope my grandmama don't come out and say Bill Cosby touched. Because you know how she didn't do it with James Brown and everything. She better not say that James Brown come out.
It's a video they got nothing to do about Bill Cosby. You see it's a little video. It's about 5 seconds. It's about Sunday school. The pastor, or whoever teaches Sunday school, got the little kids there, and he said, hey, today we're going to talk about the resurrection. Anybody know what the resurrection is? The shorty said, I do. He said, what is it? He said, if you have a resurrection for 4 hours, you need to talk to your doctor.
Oh, damn.
That's so funny to me, man. I swear to God.
You know, we just coming up on the anniversary of Whitney Houston's death.
Yes.
The other day. And this is wrong. Going
Yesterday
back to
was it?
Yesterday,
yeah.
And this is wrong going back to the Bill Cosby with that. They got a picture of her looking crazy. And they say, Bill Cosby raped me. Ooh, I was already dead. That was wrong.
That's wrong.
That was wrong.
That's
considering everything that's going on with their family right now, it's rough.
It is. It's sad because it's like.
Did you pull the plug on her yesterday?
No,
that was Bill Cosby. I said Bill Cosby going back.
Said that all this shit was false.
And he even got on
the faith that he said God gonna bring him and deliver him a miracle.
And
they said that she's having some brain activity and everything.
They said her eyes were responding to light and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an induced coma. It's not like she went into a coma. They put her in.
But they found her unconscious as well, though.
Yeah, they said she had been in that water face down for 2 minutes.
Also, did you hear that there's
they criminally investing dude?
Got something with that was on the news. This is on NBC. They were saying that the bruises that she had, she was recently in a car accident before that.
Well, there's his, what do I want to call it? His recollection of the story was that she got those bruises from when he was doing CPR.
But then they came out with a police report.
Well, this is the thing. This is her husband. So if he's
they not married though.
Well, this
it came out that's not married.
Okay, I understand.
Stepbrother. Right?
That's a godbrother.
But they lived together. So they was together as a couple. That was her boyfriend. And they not married. That was her boyfriend. He lived with her. So if he knew she got them from an accident, then he would have said that. Not that she got them from him performing CPR. Now it sounds like you're trying to cover up something. Because that could have been your out. She was in the car accident.
Because it came out.
If you did that.
It came out that way. It came out that she was in a car accident. Like
speaking of niggas with outs, switching subjects, how about Suge Knight?
You know what? I don't know too much about
Suge Knight.
I just heard about it though. Give me some news.
For people that don't know, Suge Knight was recently involved in a homicide. He ran somebody.
Why are you laughing? What is funny?
Suge's stupid. Just listen to the story.
That man could have been harboring for his life.
I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about what happened to the
yeah.
So Suge goes down to a burger joint. He's there. He rides with one of his friends. His thing is he's going to confront Dr. Dre because he didn't give his okay to be portrayed in the new NWA movie.
You know why? You seen the commercial when they showed the guys in red beating Eazy-E in the studio?
Right. This was a trailer they showed. Yeah. I believe it was Super Bowl Sunday. But this was his reasoning for going down there. Things went haywire up until today when the footage was released. Mm-hmm. All we knew was that Suge Knight ran the nigga
over his head.
One nigga died. This and that. The nigga that died was actually his friend, the nigga that he went there with, and another nigga was hurt. So it comes out today on the surveillance that these niggas set Suge up.
So Dre set him up?
Not Dre. No. Dre had nothing to do with it.
He didn't know what was going on.
He didn't even know Suge Knight was coming. So what happened was the nigga that he came with, and it's the nigga from Training Day. You remember the blood from Training Day at the end?
The real blood.
When he gave Denzel the gun back.
Oh yeah. So you got to put your own work in here.
He was one of the niggas that Suge got into it with. So he was actually the nigga that got hurt but didn't die. But what happened was the nigga that Suge came with set him up. Niggas was finna, I guess they were finna kill him. Surveillance footage shows niggas had guns and they were finna kill Suge. So that's what happened, and that's how he ended up backing up, running over dude.
His boy.
So now they trying to say Suge and his lawyers feel like that
self-defense.
Yeah, they can get off on self-defense.
Now is that in the video?
Yeah, it's in the surveillance video.
So hey, he should. They should.
Somehow the police, because this is what they do in these days when they want to put a nigga away for whatever reason. Don't get me wrong. I really do feel like, and I hate to say this because it really sounds like I'm just a
hater,
not shit ass nigga. But I don't never wish jail on no nigga. But when you do so much dirt, at some point, some gonna catch up to you. At some point,
you gotta sit your ass down.
Some gonna catch up to you.
But you gotta understand, people ain't scared of you no more, G.
That ain't true.
Shit.
That is not true.
That Suge walking here, all us shutting up.
Easy told me little niggas don't fight, you shoot.
Where's Easy at right now?
Easy died of AIDS.
Easy
he ain't down fighting.
Easy ain't doing it right now.
All of us gonna be quiet, but when he leaves,
I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm just that nigga that's just crazy like that. You ain't gonna put me in my own.
Should come here with that motherfucking cigar. We all gonna be in here like, okay, Mr. Knight.
No, you wanna know what? You know what? He gonna have a repeat like that other little nigga that hit his ass. I'm just his height.
Did you ever see what happened to that nigga? He got choked out too.
I'm not him. I'm not him. I'm a real. Y'all talking about real.
The little tractor dude from
Jay Prince.
Yeah,
talking about Birdman and
Suge and Dre and all them. Nah, my man put out a track because once Diddy
talking about Diddy for smacking Drake.
Drake talking about Drake and his family, and you know what I'm saying, all them niggas he don't fuck with him because he real, and you know what I'm saying,
what is real?
They've been put on notice and all this type of shit. What?
Just like them dudes.
Jay Prince supposed to be a real nigga though.
But just
supposed to be a real nigga from the streets, a nigga that started Rap-A-Lot.
Oh yeah, well, they say Jay is the real Rap-A-Lot. Yeah, they say Jay is
He's supposed to be a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when you dealing with other real niggas, you ain't gonna just issue a threat to Suge Knight and think that's the end of it. I don't give a damn who you trick. Fucking
trick.
It don't matter who you is. You're not gonna issue no threat to Suge Knight, and it's just gonna be that. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel, honestly, I don't even know the backstory to that. I don't know the backstory to that. But we ain't fact checking right now. But at this point, like even though you say the young niggas on the streets, they feel like if I got a gun, fuck Suge Knight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. But at the end of the day, you talk shit about Suge Knight, you gonna have to answer for it. Regardless of who you are. It don't matter. It's still a lot of niggas that follow Suge.
But that go with any man, though.
But we talking about a different nigga that had a lot of fucking power. There's a lot of niggas that's still riding for Suge.
Yeah.
Think about it. This nigga ain't had a legal stream of money in a long ass time. But every time he always in the hottest parties. Every time you turn up, he around some other celebrity nigga. All these niggas ain't keeping Suge around them for nothing.
That is true. When last time Death Row had an artist?
They haven't.
Where's Suge getting his money from? Why is he able to be in these spots? But think about it. Why is he, even if he don't got no money, let's just say he don't got no money. Why is he still able to get in these clubs? If me and you go to a club and Chris Brown or Meek Mill or whoever it is there, guess what? We ain't getting in if we ain't spending $200.
Why everybody trying to shoot when he there?
When Chris Brown there?
Well, him
When
and
Suge there? Because there's a lot of niggas out there that want him dead. Don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of niggas out there that ain't scared to pull the trigger. It's a lot of niggas that want to pull that trigger to say, I killed Suge. To have that street
That's
clout.
Celebrity.
To have that street clout. But at the same time, it's a lot of niggas that's riding for Suge. And it's a lot of niggas that's still scared of Suge. That's why he able to go to Club Live with no security and walk to the bouncer and say, let me in. I'm coming in. You see what I'm saying? Niggas, you ain't just finna walk over Suge Knight in the street just because he ain't who he was in 95. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, you just put your own point out there. These young kids just don't give no fuck.
But these young kids don't give a damn about nothing. They
Exactly.
don't care about their life.
Yeah, right. So that's more dangerous than a scared man.
I disagree. Scared man is the most dangerous man on earth.
Yeah,
but if somebody that don't care about nothing,
no, because see, the thing about it, a scared man gonna shoot you and you ain't gonna get no warning.
Yep.
A nigga don't care about nothing, gonna do a lot of woofing before he shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to draw attention. Most of them people don't want somebody to see what they doing. Scared man don't even want nobody to see it. Scared man gonna shoot your ass because he think you gonna do something to him. You gonna get poked before your ass know what happened. You been get hit 4 or 5 times. That little knife you got in his pocket.
why you gotta have a little knife?
That's how to protect yourself. Shit.
They gotta have a little knife.
You gonna have that little knife.
He gonna pull a Charlie Murphy.
That old man knife.
Murphy.
You know, everybody uncle got that little ass knife. You know what I'm saying? That he paired them apples with. You know what I'm saying? He flipped that bitch out.
He gonna put a Charlie Murphy on him like.
Hell yeah, your ass gonna get poked.
You just stabbed my dad.
Handcuff
I ain't
your
stabbed
ass
your
real
dad.
quick.
Lysol
Real quick.
stabbed your dad.
So, kind of switching topics. How do y'all feel about social media's presence in your personal life? How do you feel about this? Because I'm asking because I'm gonna get to a point with this. But how do you feel about social media affecting your personal life? And even your work, you know what I'm saying, your home life with your lady or with your family or whatever.
Oh, I could
how
tell
do
you.
you feel about social media and posting things to social media?
I could tell you.
My answer is gonna be shorter because in all actuality, it does not affect my personal life. It doesn't affect my work. I have every social media page there is, and I don't post to anything. I changed my profile picture on Facebook like a week ago, and I got like a good 30 comments within like 5 minutes because people were like, damn, he online, you know what I'm saying? I got like 60 likes real quick, you know what I'm saying? But hey, where you been? Stuff like that. I don't post to social media. I got them, but I don't post to them. I posted one thing on Instagram maybe yesterday, day before yesterday, or something like that. But it doesn't affect me because I don't do anything. My lady stays on it. I mean, all day, all night. I cuss out all night. I be in the middle of the night. Look, tell whatever nigga you talking to, you got to talk to his ass tomorrow. Fuck off that fucking phone. Let's go to bed. Give me some of that. No.
I got a quick story. I'm on social media every day because of various things that I do, so it helps me, and it's good advertising. But when I come home, I'm usually on the game and I'm talking to my girl. I might post about the game I'm looking at or something like that, but it's regulated to that. Maybe I'm home, say I'm home for 8 hours, I may be on there an hour of those 8 when that's broken up. My girl, I love you. Put your ass sleep with that damn phone. You got to have that damn phone on your hand, on your hip, on your ass. Listen, I come home, she cooking, but she got the phone on her hand with the spatula in the other hand. What are you looking at? Looking at these videos? What the videos are you looking at? Oh, looking at Lance. He got a new baby mama, but that's still my man. That nigga don't know you. He don't know you. Lance Gross. You know.
Oh, okay, the new dog.
Yeah, that boy. And then the thing about this, she got it slipped. She be sleep on the couch, knocked out with her mouth open, and that ugly ass. Look, and that ugly ass with them hairstyles with them natural girl. I love y'all natural women. Come on, can I get more than just 2 hairstyles? The poofiness.
Baby, I didn't say that. That's.
I'm saying that shit. If he too
baby.
Listen, you know what? He acting like you Suge Knight right now.
Papa Ye's comments do not reflect those.
Listen,
Focus One and Jay.
Listen, I love the natural look, but can I get something other than just the Cree Summer look?
I can't stand my woman right now, but I'm not talking about her.
I don't care. I'm talking. We talk. This is how we talk. She made me grow a goddamn beard. Bitch, you can grow a fucking no style.
Made you grow a beard.
But check it out. This for the wedding. Shut up. This for the wedding. This for the wedding.
Damn.
This for the wedding. She ain't make me grow it. I just like
wedding is next year.
It's in June.
This June?
No, not June, September. See, I done forgot. See, you messed up my mind. I can't listen to you because you mess up stuff.
It's September. So hold on. It's September of this year?
Yeah, 15th.
When the hell did we know this?
We just going to my mama didn't know. We ain't having an actual
You
wedding.
never gave me a date.
We ain't actually having
And
a
I'm
wedding.
the best man.
Oh, we ain't having a
You
wedding.
ain't no best man no more.
No, I still want a party. Y'all messing up stories. So look, check
How
it
can
out.
you get to a party if you doing it in September? You ain't gonna nobody a chance to plan this party.
Dude, when is September?
A party. They say when is September?
He don't know how we
When
get
is
out with the
September?
parties. He don't understand.
You don't understand.
Y'all better make it happen, make it work.
I
So
just talked to
anyway,
your other cuz about this thing. I hate to keep interrupting you.
Who, him?
Because he talking about August.
who he getting married to?
The one that's staying in close to us. The one that stay close to him. The one that he was with. The one that about Christmas.
Oh,
Santa Claus.
oh that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay, well, this is my point in bringing up social media.
Uh-huh.
In my personal life, I don't have any social media. I don't have any forms of social media at this point that are active, but there will be change. Neither does my lady. But the reason I'm asking is because recently, I don't know if y'all seen this in the news. There was this girl who she had just got a job. So normal people, because the economy is fucked up, most people would be happy to have a job.
Yeah.
This young
where
lady,
you going.
for lack of better words, goes onto her Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is that she got, and tweets or posts, "Damn, I start this fuck ass job tomorrow." End quote.
Fired.
Her new soon to be boss replies, "Nah, you don't start this fuck ass job tomorrow. Have fun with your unemployed life. I just fired you." Online.
For everybody to see.
Why do you do that?
Okay, I got to think about it. Just like with jobs that don't involve money, they making you do some jobs making you do a credit check. That don't even involve you.
I had to do a credit check when I got my
That don't
job.
even involve you dealing with money. Some job, I can understand if you're dealing with some forms of money and whatnot. But with jobs that don't do money, they making you do a credit check. And now they even have some of these jobs. Be careful what you post on Facebook because we can check it.
All jobs check your Facebook.
And I feel that in that form, that's a form of invasion of privacy.
How? Those are all public forums.
It's public forums, but I shouldn't be penalized
For what?
for speaking my
For
mind.
being who you are?
I shouldn't be penalized.
You're not
for that.
being penalized for being who you are.
Well, I should be able to say.
I
should be able to say what I want to say on my down off time when I'm not conducting any of the businesses matter.
But if what you're saying is detrimental to my business or whatever it is that we
But did
represent.
she mention the job name?
She didn't mention the job name, but come on. If you got a job, if I'm your employee, your new employee, and I say, "Damn, I gotta go into this shitty ass place tomorrow," and you see that, are you gonna be happy with me when you see me at work?
Of course, I wouldn't be happy with you. But at the same time, when do
You don't think-
when do you get to the point of violating my own civil liberties?
I'm not violating it because it's public.
But you can't. How you gonna fire? Look, ethics, man. How you gonna fire me for speaking my mind when I'm not in? I didn't
Because
mention.
you put
I didn't
that
mention the
in
job.
you put it out there.
But I did not mention the name of the job.
I'm firing you because of the fact of the matter, you are not going to be able to perform your job to the best of your ability.
No, not that you're not going to be able to, because you're just not going to do it. It's nothing prohibiting you from doing that, but because you don't care about
You're
it.
not going to do it because you don't really want this job anyway. You not already said, you know what I'm saying, basically, you told the world that you don't want this. I don't want to go. The only reason I'm going to this shitty ass motherfucking place is because, I needed a check. So what that tells me is you're going to do the bare minimum. So I don't say anything when you come in tomorrow, and I don't want you working for me doing the bare minimum.
But my thing is this. Yeah, she broadcasted it. She's a dumbass. There's no excuse for that. But she was on her own time, not of the job time.
I understand your argument.
And she did not mention the job's name. Now, if he was going to fire her, which he should have, he should not have done it. He's being unprofessional too.
I agree with
He's being bad. That's what I'm saying. He's being unprofessional
my
too.
thing about that is, now, both of them are unprofessional. But my thing about that is the fact of the matter is,
okay, go ahead.
She knows that this boss or whoever it is, because guess what? They had to be on her friends list to see this.
Well, no, actually, this is how he found out.
If you got an open page, a public page, they can just find your name.
Well, no, this is how he found out. One of his already employees showed him the post. So I don't know if this had to be one of her.
Oh, so it's a snitch.
Yeah, there was a
she got
snitch
snitched
involved.
on.
Oh, she get her ass whooped.
We don't know if it was she, we don't know if it was he, but somebody showed him.
She, it, dog, will. Get their ass whooped.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I do agree that what he did was very unprofessional.
Now,
but at some point, she has to be held accountable for her own actions.
Because she was a dumbass.
But no, now in this vein, I'm more so the fact of the matter is he should have let that go.
If you want to fire her, you should have fired her in your own office.
I was of a different opinion when I thought that, like, say she was already. I mean, he's on her friends list, so now I know whatever I post is he has the ability to see that. Even when I start working for them, because most of the time when you're working, you're on the job's computer, they can check what it is you do on their computer. Now, I just got this job. He don't have no interaction with me. Somebody come to show him that. I'm able to say what I want now because I'm not really throwing it in your face.
No, I don't think they give you a pass just because you're not throwing it in my face. Should you not move under the assumption that you're always being watched?
You should now.
But at some point, you have to understand. We've all known for the past 4 or 5 years that your potential employers are gonna check your social media. Now, if you don't have the
sense,
exactly the sense, for lack of better words, to not post ignorant shit, you deserve whatever you get. It's not on. You can't say you invade. Now, if they hack your account and see some personal messages that, okay, if I send you a personal message saying, damn, I got to go to this fucking ass job, now I'm with you. Because guess what? That was a DM. So that was not public. That was a private conversation. But if I'm posting this to my wall or if this is a post to Twitter, I deserve whatever happened regardless of how they get to that. It don't matter how they found it. As long as it's public and not private, it don't matter. If it's a private message, then I'm with you.
But when does civil liberties play into the part?
It is my civil liberty to go look.
But you can't spy on me when I'm not on your job time.
That's not spying. No, it's not. That is. And so if you peruse Noti Page, you spying on him?
I'm not going. But see, he went on there on a way of being malicious.
No,
because no, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's his fault.
He was giving a tip.
The snake fault.
You're giving a tip that your employee is talking bad about you. You're going to investigate. Right or wrong?
I would investigate.
You're going to investigate.
As a business owner, I would.
So, if I come to you and you own your business, you own this tech company, and I come to you and tell you the head of your IT department posted something on his Facebook account, you not going to go look at it?
I'm going to call him in the room and ask him.
You gonna call him in the room and ask him? He gonna lie to you and tell you no, it's not.
But 9 times out of 10, if I find out somebody gonna show it to me when they tell you.
Regardless
of the way people work, they gonna show.
Okay, but even if they show it to you, and you looking at it, is that spying on them?
No, it depends.
It's not spying.
It depends who you talking to.
It's not spying.
It depends on who you talking to.
It becomes spying when you hack his account and you go into his personal messages. That's when now you're doing too much. But if it's posted to the wall or if it's a Twitter post and it's just out there, you put it out there for everybody to see.
I'm saying this. She didn't mention the job name. She didn't mention the CEO. She didn't mention what job she was going to. And it's her page. She should have free range to say. She's an idiot.
So wait.
But she should still have free range to say whatever it is she wants to say on her own personal network without fear of being prosecuted.
So do you have a problem with people who scream bomb on airplanes?
Who creating bombs on
airplanes? Who scream bomb on the airplane? Is there a problem with that?
That is an issue.
That's a problem, right?
But that's not related to this.
Why not?
Because that's an extreme. That's not an extreme. It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
It is not.
It is the same
thing. Why ain't the same thing?
Why?
Because she was telling the truth of how she felt.
Okay, but
that person on the plane was lying.
If I scream bomb on a plane, that is a federal offense.
But you know why though?
Why is that different than posting something on your wall?
It's totally different. She ain't threatening the job.
I didn't threaten anybody.
When you say I got a bomb, that's considered a threat.
You don't have to say I have a bomb. All you have to do is scream bomb. That is a federal offense.
But you doing it and you know it ain't there just to be funny.
No. Even if that's the case, what she did was no different.
You can't compare.
Why can't you?
I need another person on it.
Why can't you compare? Because it's an extreme. Because it's extreme.
You can't.
That makes it different.
That's not the same comparison.
The base of the situation is the same.
It is not.
He was on his personal time on the airplane and decided to say bomb. So you mean to tell me it's wrong for them to get on him because he decided to say bomb?
No.
And he don't got a bomb. He don't got a bomb.
No, it's
but he just fucking. It's not. It's not. It's not because guess what? What your base was, she was on her own time on her own page. He on his own time on a plane that he paid his own money for.
But you are on a plane saying it's a bomb. You cannot
saying that
compare.
Okay, but guess what? You saying that out loud with a bunch of people around you, right?
You can't compare.
You're saying that out loud with a bunch of people that can hear you, right?
Okay.
Am I right?
You right.
You post that online, you deserve everything you get.
But listen,
there's no difference between what she did and what the blind man did.
Listen to reason and get out your feelings. Listen.
It's no different.
It's a difference. Let me tell you what. Listen. When I say I got up, it's a bomb. Even if I'm trying to be funny. What do you feel if somebody on a plane yell bomb? What do you think instantly? What do you think instantly?
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb. And saying this to be funny.
Shit, we finna die.
Right, we about to die. Old shit. Kiss your ass goodbye. He's saying that by somebody saying it's a bomb on a plane, it is comparable to the girl saying, "Fuck this fucking ass job I'm about to go to."
The base of the situation is the same.
It's not. You can't.
What your argument was she was on her own time and her own space.
And civil liberties.
If he on his own time in his own space, why is his civil liberties any different than hers?
You ain't in your own space when you in the airplane.
Why not?
You not. That's not your own space when you on the airplane. That's a federal. That's a federal flying aviation advice.
Get the fuck out of here.
That Leonardo da Vinci had invented some years ago. It is not your personal time. When you are on a plane, when you on the plane with all these
you on the plane, you're not on your personal time.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because it's not yours. She was at home.
You're not on your personal time.
It's not yours.
You're not on. So you're not on your time.
No, nigga, you're not. No.
Whose time are you on?
You are on the federal aviation time.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay, if that's the case, who regulates the internet? Who regulates that?
The FCC.
The FCC. So when you post stupid shit online, you on the FCC.
Difference is this though. You using your own device. When you on a plane, you on somebody else's shit.
The moral of the story is if you out in public and you do some dumb shit online, in person, on a plane, you deserve whatever the hell happened to you.
Not all the time.
Why not?
Who's to say what?
Why are we giving her an out?
Who's to say what you think is stupid shit to somebody?
Shame on you. Fool.
Fool me again. I'm not a hater. I don't know what Kanye said. But we need an unbiased opinion because we both going at it. We need your opinion on this.
I actually have no opinion about that. I mean,
about the comparison.
You can look at it two ways. And the comparison is
and with the comparison, I'm not comparing screaming bomb on the plane.
I'm saying,
but that's what its argument sounds like.
No, what I'm doing is battling your argument.
Saying, but the thing is, see, the difference is they both are freedom of speech issues. But I mean, what he was trying to say in one instance is correct. It's like it's both their own free time, but it's not their own free space. On Facebook or Twitter, wherever she posts, that is her free space. As her free space. Now, the thing is, she did put it out into the public, so anybody has the right to look at that free space. So she gave them the right to make a judgment about it, and so that means she gave her boss. Even though I don't believe that since he wasn't her friend on there and didn't have access to that, I believe since somebody showed it to him, he should have left it alone. But he had the opportunity to see it because she put it out there, so he has the right to make a judgment about it. The difference with the bond thing is, once you pay that ticket, and since you have to pay the ticket, that's not your space. You're occupying space for that company that's on there. So it's your free time, but you're taking your free time into somebody else's space. So you have to follow their rules. And the rules say you can't say certain hot words or...
Don't that same logic apply to Facebook?
Facebook, you know what? Facebook is supposed to have some rules like that, and they're supposed to have some kind of, but people don't monitor it anymore.
But
you're not supposed to be able to put pornography on Facebook.
Right.
So
but you can say what you want to say because they're protected by the First Amendment.
That's not true. If you can say what you want to say, then there will be no reason for things to get flagged.
But still, like
I've never say what you want to say.
I've never seen nobody get flagged.
Oh hell, I have. Oh
this
my God!
Unless you being malicious, like being like extreme racist.
You don't consider that being malicious.
I've never seen nobody. I've never seen nobody get banned like that.
You get flagged for if somebody else is offended about what you put on there.
I've never experienced. I've never experienced.
I haven't experienced it myself, but I've had people who are on my feed, and I see their statuses when they come back. I'm back off Facebook punishment, or I've been back from Facebook jail. You know, they had banned me for a minute because they'll do.
I've seen the ban where people been doing porn, putting porn up there. I've seen that.
But it's the fact that, man, see, that's when I guess Facebook just caught it. But like, say if somebody posts something and you find it offensive, and
I know you can report.
You report it, and then if Facebook substantiates that, they get banned or suspended or whatever. But
same thing with Twitter. You hear about it all day. These stars, when people say something to them that they don't like, they block them. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple, man. At some point, you have to be held accountable for the things you do and say. Regardless of when you put it out, this is my thing. If she sends it in the direct message or in the private message, I'm all with you. Then guess what? None of this should have came her way because she had a private conversation with somebody that she considered to be a friend or a confidant. Now, when you put it out there publicly, you deserve all the scrutiny you get. Nobody's saying Kanye West was great for saying what he said about dude.
I just got to
say I don't understand how we can take you can't use it for you when it's beneficial.
I just got to say this is unrelated to that. They brought back out French toast crunch cereal, and when I go home, I'm gonna eat.
They did, boy. I'm telling you.
I know it's unrelated. I just had to say it,
and I think they
brought it right back out
or something like that.
It's the same box, but they got the little smiley man on it. I bought some last night.
I was in the grocery store looking real fat, standing in the aisle, like, man, should I get this here?
I bought it. I went to grocery store last night. I bought it. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to. I just thought everybody needed to hear that.
Hey, I mean, we can definitely lighten the subject.
Because I was about to fight my brother over here.
Y'all about to fight over a bride having a bad week. Bullshit out there. So,
and none of us is fucking.
How was your week, Dick?
And none of us is fucking.
I don't even know the half. I don't even know what she.
Where she live? What she saying?
You know what? I honestly, we still starting off. We ain't did no fact checking, so nobody hold us accountable for any mistakes that we made, any misstatements. You know,
I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't never fact checking. I'm going straight off the blog. So if you want some real news, you better not tune in to me.
So according to you, basically,
I'm going off. He say, she say. So if a nigga on the corner tell me some shit, I'm taking it as true.
So basically, if somebody say, "Man, you know the snow was coming off the ground,"
I'm telling that. Y'all know snow coming off the ground now. You know what I'm saying? It's flowing upwards.
I looked up at the sky. There's a pile of snow in that motherfucker.
It's flowing by. So shit, I ain't checking the fact. That's too much like work. Checking facts. I work enough. Shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. So speaking of her and her week, how was your week?
My week was tiresome, man. Work, school. You know, my girl just had her surgery. It was major surgery. But her mom was there. But no, it wasn't. It was just maybe 2 weeks, if that.
That's a month.
That's not a month. You insensitive bastard. But no.
I don't know, man. 2 days after that, I'd been up and walking. You know what I'm
saying? Well, let me cut in your head. No, but her mother, I had asked her mother to come and stay with us. You know, to kind of give me a break too. Because I've been pretty stressed with all this stuff that's going on. And her mama's been so great, man. So great. So I go in the room, right, and play the game. I told her, Mama, you can sleep in the room with her. Y'all can share a room. Go in my son's room. We close that damn door. Sitting there playing the game. She come to me the other day. You know, when my mama left the other day, that was the perfect time for us to just chill and be around each other. But you know, you went in the room and closed the door. And went to sleep. I said,
I'm insensitive.
I said, bitch, I was tired. No, I didn't. I just said, you know what? I was tired. I said, I'm stressed. I do all this stuff. I don't complain because I'm your man and I love you. That's what I'm supposed to do. And every now and again, I just want to go in the room, close the door, and don't fuck with you. Am I wrong?
Hell yeah. You're in a relationship, nigga.
But I get to say these type of things. And you know how girls, see, why you gotta always throw stuff like that in the air? Like, you putting stuff that don't even make sense that we going through. Like, I tell you, I don't want to eat chicken. Damn, you want to eat chicken because your feet stink. I'm like, where did that come from? I just got off the tub. Just silly. I just said that stuff just to say it just don't sound like, how does that apply to me not want to eat chicken?
How does this apply to how your week was?
That was my week.
My week was like that, man. I'm going to tell you now, I had a toothache all damn week. The only thing kind of saved it is last night I had a board meeting for our youth organization, and one of the members had a pill with codeine in it. I don't even know what it was. I mean, I might be hooked on some shit.
This nigga just took a Molly.
We got some oxycodone.
Took a Molly.
My girl got some oxycodone. She said it don't work for her.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really take medicine. She gave me this yellow pill. I mean, my
she gave me Bill Cosby.
He what was that shit? Nah, what was that? What was Bill Cosby? A Spanish fly. Yeah. He was giving them Spanish fly.
I sat through the meeting for like 2 hours with my mouth just hurting. I mean, it was banging. And I told him, like, look, I gotta go, y'all. My mouth hurts. She's like, well, I got this pill with codeine. I'm like, give it here. Before I could swallow that motherfucker good, my damn mouth. No homo. My mouth.
Hey, you can't say that. You have to say no rainbow.
No rainbow. My
pause.
Pause. We pause.
Nobody's no homoing anymore. Everything is pausing, man.
Nah, but before I can get it down good, pause. I mean, pain was gone. I took a pill like 9:30 yesterday, and it's still working today.
It's still working. That was a
question. Why can't a grown man say anything about his mouth without having to say pause behind it?
Because we all grown kids.
And it just sounds cool when you say pause.
But I mean, anything a man says about his mouth or going into it, you gotta say pause after.
Because we all grown kids. If you notice, 90% of the guys out there did. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? Grown ass kids with silly ass jokes. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like with a pepper, I'm like, man, I put that shit in my mouth, pause.
Yeah, you got it. Come on, man. And that's all we think about is sex, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the fellatio part.
Oh, yeah.
That's head for you young kids. Just taught y'all words. So y'all go to school. Use it for your teacher.
Miss Johnson, you still gonna give us that fellatio?
And she gonna bust out
Miss
spell
Johnson finna grab that little nigga. Get your ass out my class. Get your ass out of my class, Raymond. I told your daddy about you.
Oh, shit. Other than that, my week was alright, though.
My week wasn't bad, man. My week wasn't bad. You know, niggas is a little hood rich right now. You know, got our taxes. You know, so we take.
Oh, you found the baby, right?
You know.
It was the first time. How you like it?
We been blessed.
The state took my shit. I didn't even know I owed them.
You know, we been blessed. You know, we been blessed. You know, so we take care of a few things around the house. My week been pretty good. Work week flying by, man. I ain't really got no complaints this week, man. I'm coming down with a little cold, but for the most part, I got me a nice little, you know, I bought myself something nice. And
pop some echinacea in your mouth, pause.
I ain't popping nothing in my mouth. Pause. Popping nothing but pussy in this mouth, okay?
Probably got to say pause about that now.
Nah, you good with that.
I don't want everything pause. Man, I put some shoes on my feet, pause.
But I've been had a good week, man. You know, and been excited to do this. You know, this definitely been on my mind. Me and Cuz been trying to get something like this going for a long time, and to actually be doing it right now, even though it's just I guess you could say pilot. You know, it feels good to actually put the plan into action. You know, to be moving towards something. I actually last week I kind of had a week before last I kind of had like an epiphany. You know, of for lack of better terms, I guess, but that's probably the best term I could have used. But I was listening to an interview, a Breakfast Club interview with the guy from Black Enterprise. I believe he's like the head or the CEO. I could be wrong.
Pause. You said head.
Wrong kid.
But he basically was, you know, reinforcing that us as black people don't really do what it is that we set forth to do. You know, we always have a plan, but we never really put that plan into action, and we don't invest in ourselves enough.
I agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
To actually be moving in the direction of where, you know, I feel like, for one, I always wanted to be involved in some type of radio, media, some way for my voice to be heard. So to actually be doing this right now, you know, and it's not really reaching anybody yet, but I do feel like we'll get there. My week's been great, you know, aside from a few little everyday things that you have in your household, you know. But
before we get to what you had in your household,
what?
I just want to, with it, hearing Jay speak, it just brought a question to my head. So I want to put it out there because I consider myself a pretty astute businessman. Lately, I've had some kind of business issues, and I mean a couple pitfalls, things that really don't happen to me. It's hard to deal with stuff like that when it comes to me because of how much business sense I give myself. But I want to ask, since you listened to the guy with on the Black Enterprise, and mostly it was about black businesses. Why is it, in our opinion, and we're not gonna argue, we're gonna give our opinions about what is that we think the issue is with black businesses and why they're not succeeding or coming about.
I think the biggest thing is, aside from not really believing in us, is the fact that we are really afraid of failure. Really afraid of failure. And I really do believe that you can look at everybody on the Forbes list, and at some point they've had a low. Everybody goes through valleys and peaks, you know, and I think we're really afraid of going through that valley. You know, and I think as black people, I say this all the time, we never leap out on faith.
I don't agree. Not that we don't leap out on faith. I don't agree that we're afraid of failure. And honestly, I think it's the opposite. I think black people are used to failure. I think black people are afraid of success. Because I don't think most of them know that. We talk success a lot. We talk about what we want to do and what we will do when we get here, and if I hit the lottery. But I think we're afraid of success and the work that it takes to get there to the success. So we make an excuse for it. We live in the failure when things don't work out, or when things don't turn out the way they're supposed to do, because we expect that we shouldn't have got that anyway. But when we see the work that it needs to take to get to a certain point, I don't think that we actually apply ourselves for that, and it's because of the fact that we are afraid of money, because we never taught how to deal with money. And my main field is out of the gentlemen that you hear talking. I mean, all of us are business minded. I think I stepped out before just about anybody else, maybe because I'm older. But my main field is construction, and I see a lot of people, because Chicago is saturated with people who consider themselves contractors. Everybody's a contractor. Everybody knows it's it. But everybody is afraid to really talk about money. They'll do things like, if you come into the typical price to rebuild a kitchen in a person's house is $20,000, $25,000. Most of these contractors will get there, and they'll know that. They'll do their paperwork, and it's supposed to cost $25,000. And by the time they get to their client to tell them what the price is, they can't say $20,000. They'll tell them, we can probably do it for 10, and then they're waiting for them to haggle that 10 down to 8. You know what I'm saying? It's because we're afraid of money. We're afraid to say big numbers because we don't think we're supposed to have that. So I don't think it's I don't think it's the fact of being afraid of failure. I think more so it's the fact of being afraid of success. That's my personal observation on most of them, but being outside and talking to a lot of people. And that's not everybody on the whole, too. I think some of the issues with us also is the fact that matters. We just are trained to not like each other. I mean, so when I say that, I mean, like, as a community, we do not support. And not everybody. So, I mean, when you say as a community, of course you have your anomalies in those communities who, of course, are pro-black. But as a whole, we don't support black business. We don't. And we base it off of what we do is we'll have one bad experience with a black contractor, and that just doesn't mean in the construction industry, and we'll tag that to everybody. And then what you'll get is, see, that's why I don't deal with black people, because that's one bad experience.
I think that and a lack of knowledge go hand in hand. A lot of things that and I don't want to turn this to really like a race issue, but I mean, a lot of things that white people are privy to at a younger age, us as blacks, we just aren't. You know what I mean? Whether it be,
I agree.
You know, where you live, or the schools that you go to. A lot of the information that they get early on in life, we don't get till later. A lot of business business knowledge they get at young ages, we don't get till later on in life. And at some point, sometimes I never want to say it's too late, but at some point, you've already begun. When you hit your mid-20s, 30s, you're at a point now where this is who you are. So regardless of what you've learned, nothing's going to take you out of what you've already been accustomed to. So this is what you are. This is what you're going to keep doing. Yeah, you might try it, but you're going to fall into that either end of the spectrum. Either you're going to be afraid of failure, or you're going to be afraid of success. Mm-hmm. I think it goes back to a lack of knowledge, and I think even in our schools now, like, why is there not in college? There are no college classes for
economics.
There are economics classes, but there's no tax classes. There's nothing in college teaching kids about taxes. Nothing at all.
You know what?
And that is very important. There's nothing in school teaching these kids about credit. You don't learn about credit until you've already fucked it up.
Yeah. Hey, right here.
You don't learn about credit until it's too late, unless you've been privy to that information early on in life. And in the black household, credit is not spoken upon. No. It's not something that you know about until you need it. And at that point, you've already fucked it up doing things that...
Or when you need it, sometimes depending on the situation, you got a parent that already got a phone bill in your name when you get the time to get it off.
That's another thing.
It's like, how can I start off?
That falls back to a lack of knowledge. Yeah. Because at that point, that parent doesn't know the actions that I'm making are going to fuck it up for my kid.
But some don't care. Remember with my instance at one point.
I think that actually comes from being dishonest with yourself. Because what it is, they go into it thinking, okay, I'm going to get this phone bill in my son's name, but I'm going to pay it. And they're not honest enough with themselves to understand that I'm not going to be able to carry that bill. Plain and simple. They convinced themselves that they're going to be able to do it when they couldn't do it when it's in their own name. But now it's like, well, guess what? Since I put it in my son's name, now it's going to be different because I ain't going to fuck up his credit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my money right, and I'm going to do this. But guess what? We get our money right without having a plan of how to get our money right. We get goals, and the goals are never set down. So we never even discuss how we're going to reach that goal. It's just you tell yourself, you say it out loud, this is what I'm going to do, but nothing is put to paper. You don't hold yourself accountable for it. And that nobody puts the mirror up to you and make you really, take a look at yourself and just be honest about what it is that you got going on most of the time, which is nothing.
Now, to interject in what y'all was saying, I agree with both of you guys' points. But this is another thing that we rarely tend to talk about, or we get afraid to talk about it, and it's laziness.
Oh.
Not with all, again, but it's laziness. Especially now with our younger generation that's coming up. It's a sense of entitlement, a sense of this is supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to be able to sit on my ass and just say I want it, and somebody's supposed to come in here, rub a genie lamp, and the genie supposed to come out and give me what I need.
You know what?
I'm afraid to put in the work.
You know what I kind of attribute that to a little bit is the fact of the matter is with the internet or the computer, how you want to say, because they don't see the work of other people, like with Soulja Boy. Because Soulja Boy blew up.
He works.
Not true, because you can go from one end of the spectrum to say, yeah, Soulja Boy, I'm with you. Soulja Boy put in work. But then we can go down to the Kim Kardashian line. What does she have?
But check it out.
What is Kim Kardashian's talent?
But can you apply that to our kids?
Yes,
look at
because kids look at Kim Kardashian and say,
I mean, to our as black kids, can you apply that?
No, she got hers for putting in some work.
Can you?
She put in some work.
But can you apply that to black kids?
Yes, because this is what the kids look at. Now, all it takes for you to have 6 funny videos online and you're famous. It's just that simple. If you get enough people to look at your videos, you're famous.
What they say, if it didn't happen on the gram, it didn't happen.
And this is the thing. Guess what? I don't have to go to school now because I'm funny. So I'm gonna put up 8 vines a day. I'm gonna get 1,000 views on one vine, and now somebody just so happens to see it. You know, this is the things that they think. I'm gonna be on here now. I'm Nick Cannon gonna fan me. I'm gonna be on Wild 'N Out.
Did you see that nigga dressed up as Tupac? Talking about he shooting the Tupac movie. I'm sorry, go back. This is a serious subject. But that's all I kept thinking about when you said that. Him dressed as Tupac.
I didn't see that. But this is the thought process of the young kids because they don't see it. And I hate to keep quoting other people, but I'm really a fan of Charlamagne. I really people like Charlamagne and Cuz, you know, I mean even my brother, you know, people who really for one, I feel are smarter than me, intriguing. I'm a fan of knowledge. I believe that if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a new group of people. I'm always around people that I feel like I can pick from. I feel like Charlamagne has a lot of interesting viewpoints on things that pertain to my lifestyle and things that I like. But, damn it, I started rambling and got off my train of thought. But, fuck, what was we talking about?
Nick Cannon and dressed up as Bill Cosby.
No, we don't talk about that shit.
Charlamagne on
so I was going to quote Charlamagne on something. What was we talking about, though?
Oh, getting rich.
See that? That's how we can't focus either. We can't focus.
Look,
no. Talking about the internet.
But kids being lazy and how they think
the thing about it is, okay, like he mentioned, he was like, okay, he been doing radio for, I think he been doing radio for about 20 years, yeah. And he finally got an invite to Arsenio. He wanted to be on Arsenio his whole life since he was a kid. he finally makes it to Arsenio, and who's sitting on the couch with him as Arsenio? Terrio. Why is Terrio sitting on the couch with me after all the work that I put in? He got 2 funny videos online, but he deserves to be on this couch with me.
That kid made everybody
he should have actually asked Arsenio that question.
But I mean, if you think about it, this is the Terrio and
get him,
King Bach. You can use him as an example. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who he is.
Me neither.
One of the guys. He had so many views on Vine. He
must be from Chicago. He said.
I know what you're talking about.
King Batch. I thought it was Bach. Whatever.
The dude who be doing the girls.
Dude with the dreads from Atlanta.
Not him. But he was actually another YouTube sensation. Yeah. A lot of people from YouTube are on Wild now. Timothy De La Ghetto.
Yeah. Noel put me on to him.
And then King Batch. All these niggas, you know, they don't get me wrong, they put in work, but it's not a sense of, okay, kids don't look at that as work. They look at that as me being funny. You know, I can do this, I can do that because he did it. You don't necessarily have his talent, but your mindset is, if he can be funny, I know I can do it. All I need is Vine. All I need is Twitter. I can do this.
It is, because you know who I think who's taking that too far, and is
who's
Squad.
Who's Squad?
That dumb nigga. I don't know his name. I don't even want to say his name, to be honest. I don't even want to shed light on him, because that right there is ignorance at its finest.
I wish I knew who you was talking about.
He's trying to be like Tom Green, and then with